Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brennan again. You are watching the day after Thanksgiving deadlift day. It's also the 4th day of training under the program that Dan Green has sent to me. I did not film days 2 and 3, although I will tell you they were based around overhead press and traps on day 2, and day 3 was a lot of front squatting and accessory work. As always though, you can find out exactly what I do if you follow me on Fitocracy, which is just so conveniently linked in the description box below, right below that thumbs up button. That thumbs up button. Subliminal messaging at its best. So you are watching here my first 2 working sets of deadlifts. It was 6 sets of 455. You also see some peener poking through, so I apologize about that. It gets bigger, I promise. You just gotta rub it a little bit. But that being the case, this actually felt really good. You can see here I'm using an alternate grip. I'm also really trying to control the weight a little bit. All too often I see people kind of slam the weights down, which is okay. But that always makes me think people are going to get whiplash from how forcefully they set the bar down in some cases. So after those 2 working sets of deadlifts, I moved on to some deficit deads. Did 3 sets of these. Each set I actually increased the weight. So this is starting with 335 here. You can see I'm actually using one of those bumper plates. So it's about a 4-inch deficit that I'm lifting from. Now in this case you can also see I'm not using a belt, and I'm also going double overhand. So for this, unless it's a really heavy working set, I'm going to try to avoid using my belt just to increase my overall core strength, and I'm going to try to stick to double overhand just to work on my grip strength as well. So that second set I believe was 365, and then the third set of deficits we're going to do 385. Each one of these sets was for 5 reps each. Now this felt really good. You can also kind of see in the mirror too my hips. I think I'm getting better about having my ass shoot up too soon. It also actually looks like I might have some quads in some of these angles, so that's pretty good. All kinds of gains on this bulk. Now, regardless of that, like I said, I hope everyone had a Thanksgiving. I hope you guys didn't go too overboard with worrying about your macros. It's definitely something you should enjoy. And speaking about enjoying things, here you're seeing something that I don't necessarily always enjoy, and that is some stiff-legged deadlifts. So after my 3 sets of barbell deficit deads, I did, I believe, 2 sets of deficit stiff-legged deadlifts. And again, I'm working on my flexibility in my hams a little bit so you can see my knees bend a little. So again, this might be misinterpreted for a Romanian deadlift instead, but the same general principles apply. Again, working off this 4-inch deficit. So that first set I believe was for 255. This next set was 295 again. I don't really feel like doing the math in my head, so if you want to see those numbers, just follow me in Fitocracy. Or you don't have to follow me, you can just click on the link and take a look. I don't believe you have to be a member to actually see that. But these felt really good. Again, working on just here my hamstrings and my lower back. I feel like if I increase these, it's really going to help me with my bar speed off the floor on my normal deadlifts. Now for the next couple exercises I did, I actually didn't record all the sets. It called for, I believe, 2 sets of underhand pull-ups weighted. So in this case I'm using a 40-pound dumbbell. It said to go for 6 to 8 reps. I haven't done these in a long time, so I wasn't sure what weight to use. Obviously, by looking at this first set, I should have gone heavier. So in the second set, I increased it to 60 pounds and still got 8. So going forward, I'll have a little bit better idea. And after that, I moved on to some dumbbell rows. Again, with this, started light. It calls for 3 sets of 15 reps each. So I did 60, then 65, then 70 pounds. I should have probably started with 70. Wasn't really sure again where to start, as I haven't really done these a lot, as well as I haven't done them in addition to all the other work I already did. So this is going to be kind of a long first set. This is the only first set you're going to see. So if you don't want to watch the rest, there's nothing really else to see. I will say that I do appreciate you guys watching this. I know you guys have a lot of questions about Dan Green and being coached by him. What I can tell you, as most of you asked how expensive it is, it really works out to be $35 a week with at least a 10-week minimum. So you're looking at least $350 right off the bat, depending on how long you want to go. So I have signed up for a 10-week program. I'm likely to extend that as well even further. It's only the first week, but I really like it so far. As part of this, I have to film certain things to send to them, so that's why you see some of this work. And as always, thanks for watching, and stay big. Back in the gym, yeah!